Hi everyone, this is going to be a brief overview of the processes and equipment that will be used by the beer brew team. So first we're going to have a stacked pot system. And so the first step of beering brew is going to be boiling water. And so that'll be done in this bottom pot, and then it'll be pumped up to the top pot to get all the hot water up there. From that step, we're going to grind our grains externally, and then those grains are going to be added to the top pot, which now has our hot water, and so that'll be incorporated in there. From this step, we're going to begin mixing it to incorporate those sugars from the grinds, while also applying a low level of heat to maintain a temperature that's desired for whatever we're brewing. Then we're going to open up this valve on the side in order to drain what we just made back into the boiling pot. And then in this process, there's going to be leftover grinds and sugars that are going to be stuck by that filter represented by the dashed line. And so by using boiling water, we can sparge that out, so it'll be added to the bottom pot as well. At this point, we can remove all of the equipment that's not going to be used for the rest of the brewing process. And we're going to stir in our hops while reheating it. This way we can incorporate those flavors. Once that is complete, we can put in an immersion chiller to cool down what we just made to a temperature that won't kill the yeast whenever it's added. And so doing it this way expedites the process as opposed to just waiting for it to cool down naturally. From here, we now have the cooled down liquid, which can be put into the fermenting tank. And then at this point, we can also add in the yeast and then put on the lid that has the airlock on it. So that way it can properly ferment without air being added in, but still allowing the gas to bubble out. And then at this point, once all the fermenting is completed, the uncarbonated beer can be transferred to a vessel where it can be carbonated and cooled and then consumed. And the leftover sediments can be reused in further brewing processes if desired.
Here we can see a 3D model of our prototype. The system is going to have two heating elements, one for the bottom tank and one for the upper tank. The lower tank heat source is going to bring about 3 gallons of water to a boil. The upper heat source will maintain the heat during mashing. The system will have one small pump to pump from the lower tank to the upper tank. Additionally, the system is going to have a valve to gravity drain from the upper tank to the lower tank. Here's a side view of our system with the valve's bottom that would act as a filter.
The brewing system will stand at approximately 24 inches high, 14 inches deep by 14 inches wide. The tanks will be food-grade stainless steel stock pots that won't damage the beer. The lower tank is 3 gallons and the upper tank is 2 gallons.
When we designed and built the prototype, we encountered a few safety concerns that we'll need to consider moving forward. The two most important ones are electrical shock hazard and fire hazard.